Hey guys, Enes here, Whiteacre Properties. I'm back with another episode and I'm bringing you guys to the city of Worcester. This is our rental property, our 5-unit rental building, and we are done with the rehab. So we're going to show you guys the numbers, we're going to show you the finished product. So stick with me till the end as we cover all that information. For anyone new to the channel, I am an investor, an active investor here in the greater Boston market. We buy houses, we fix and flip, we rehab, we wholesale, we buy rentals like this one. The goal of the channel is really to show you guys behind the scenes of our business here at Whiteacre Properties and motivate you, inspire you guys, but also learn from our lessons. There's a lot of lessons learned that I share here with you. So if that's what you're looking for, like, share, subscribe, and let's jump right into today's episode. We bought this property back in June. Actually, it was June 30th, 2021, last year. And we bought it for $237,750. And it's a 5-unit rental building, but this was a direct-to-seller marketing. And if you have followed me for a while, you know that I'm a big proponent of direct-to-seller marketing. And it's usually direct mail or cold calling. Those are the two avenues that we follow to reach out to homeowners before houses go on the MLS. We want to be the first one to know about it. So this landlord, he had owned the house for a very, very long time. He had done some repairs on his own and he was just tired of the building. He decided to retire. He didn't want to deal with tenants anymore. But when we got the call, that was 2 years ago. There is definitely a pattern here, and if you've watched my recent videos, typically people that call us, they don't sell to us right away. Some do, but that's an exception. Most people take quite a little bit of time and they sell to us when they are ready. So this particular seller, he called us 2 years ago, give or take, and he said, I'm interested in selling. We met with him, and actually he wasn't quite ready yet. He had thought about it, but he wasn't quite ready yet. We liked the building. We said, hey, we would like to make you an offer. He was like, I'm not quite there yet. Good to meet you guys. I'm going to call you when I'm ready. And true to his word, it took 2 years, but he called us one day out of the blue and he said, hey, I'm ready. Can we get together? I'm looking for an offer. So that is how we found the deal. We showed up here, did a walkthrough with him. We realized there was definitely a lot of work to be done on the updates. He had this attic unit where I'm staying right now that was completely trashed. It was in bad shape. Somebody had lived here for a long time and wasn't maintained. Same thing with our basement unit that we're going to go and show you guys next. They needed a ton of work. And then the exterior. You had a lot of deferred maintenance on the exterior, so it fit our buy box perfectly. Because we are all about adding value to properties. So we don't really go after properties that are nice because there's really not much value to add there, but we want to buy properties where we can buy, renovate, rent out long term. So that's our strategy. Before we jump into talking about price, let's stop for a second and talk about the problem we solved about the homeowner. Because it's most of the times it's not about price, and that was exactly what happened here. He never brought up the price initially, and we never brought up price either. We started asking him about his relationship with tenants, if he's been able to collect rent, and all that information. And we realized that he wanted to sell with tenants in place. He had tenants here for a very long time, and his rent was very low, so he didn't really want to get us a vacant building. He wanted us to buy with tenants in place. We listened to that and we said we're okay with that. And he also wanted to close on his timeline when he, and I believe he was looking for a 30-day closing, and we said we're perfectly fine with that. And the last thing was that he wanted us to buy as is. He didn't want us to go through an inspection, come up with a bunch of issues. He was like, hey, you guys do your thing, but I'm not renovating anything. I'm looking to sell as is. And we were fine with that. That's typically how we buy. So we're like, you know what? That works for us. So we never talked about price. Again, it's not about price. It's about the problem we solved and how can you make it easy for the homeowner. And then when we came to our offer, we said, you know what? We're probably going to be in the low 200s. We looked at some comparable sales. We saw some numbers in the 500,000, but they were nicely renovated. So we said, you know what? You subtract the rehab, then we got some obviously riskier inherited tenants that have been here for a long time. They're not paying market value rent, so that's a risk that we take. and we're willing to do that, but we got to buy it at around 200,000. We went back and forth. 200 was very low. He was hoping more for 270, and I think we met in the middle at 243,750. I'm not sure how we came up with that exact number, but I guess we met between the 200 expectations that we had and his 270 number, and we met somewhere in between. That wasn't hard. Again, we solved his pain points, and he was willing to work with us, and we got a great deal. We had to close in 30 days, so then we got a hard money loan. He closed fast, and we also borrowed from them, I believe, 70,000 for the renovations. So the hard money gave us 90% of purchase price and 100% of the rehab, but they're expensive. Hard money means that they are lending on the property itself. They don't really look at the borrower as much, but they are very expensive. I believe we pay 10% interest annually and 2 points. It works for us because we got a great deal and we're looking for a quick turnaround, but there are definitely other options out there. So it's good for you guys to be informed on your options when it comes to financing. Guys, if you are interested in fix and flips, wholesaling, rental real estate investing, come to our meetups. We get together once a month. Meetup group is called Boston Real Estate Connection, and it's a free event. We get to meet people face to face, network, get to partner up with others. You can meet me face to face and my team. So I welcome you guys. Find more information below, but it's a meetup group called Boston Real Estate Connection, and hope to meet you on the next one. I know when you guys were watching the last video, we're wondering about how we decide on what to renovate, especially on the rental buildings, what to keep, what to renovate, because that's definitely an important question. And shout out to Kevin, who actually asked that question on the comments on the last video. I appreciate that. And if you guys have questions as we go through these videos and we share our experience, please go and comment below. I do read those, and I would love to address it on the next video. Pretty much, Kevin, how we approach this one here is we are looking for ways to improve a unit with the least amount of money, right? We always want to go in, make the apartments really, really nice without spending a ton of money. On this one, this unit was in a really bad shape, so we had to gut the kitchen and the bathroom, and also the layout didn't really work. So we had to frame the kitchen in a way that was functional and put a door in a better location for the bathroom, again, to create a nicer flow to the unit. But the rest was mostly flooring, paint on the walls, paint the baseboards, and update a couple of windows. Also up here, I don't want to forget about the heating system. There was electric baseboard, and we decided to go with a mini split, just 1 mini split because it's such a small unit, but that's going to give heat and AC. So now somebody that's going to come in the summertime, they're going to be happy. And the goal for us as landlord is to keep them here for as long of a time as possible. So that's why we really want these units to look great. So that's our thought process about renovating. You don't have to gut the whole place. You really want to go in, fix it up nice enough that tenants will be happy to stay here long term. And that I guarantee you that's going to be a good return on investment. If they can stay long, you can get market rate for the unit and not spend a ton of money. Bathroom, straightforward, ceramic tile. We kept the shower, we just replaced toilet, vanity, and then we replaced the lights throughout the unit. The more light on this unit, the better, especially being in the attic space. So that was it. I believe we spent about close to $20,000 in this small unit, just because this one was a little bit more heavy on the rehab than others. So that summarizes our renovations for up here. Let's go downstairs and I'll show you guys what our basement unit looks like. All right guys, we're down in the basement unit. This used to be a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and we spent some time reconfiguring the whole layout because we really wanted to get 2 bedrooms here. So now we got 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, a smaller living and kitchen space, but I think this would be best to get us market rate, or at least the market rate that we're looking for. If you are investing into rentals, keep that in mind. If you got an apartment where you can add an additional bedroom somewhere in that unit, that would be huge because it means more, technically you should get more money for that extra bedroom when listing it. So more money means that the property value goes up and you're gonna have a higher cash flow on a monthly basis. So keep that in mind. We couldn't do that upstairs on the attic space because it was so small, 1 bedroom, 1 I'm sorry, 1 bedroom, 1 bath is all we could do there. But here we were able to do the 2 bedroom, 1 bath. And we're trying to get about $1,400 per month. And now we got some applications coming in, so we'll keep you guys posted on what happens here. Again, we put a new kitchen. We did gut the bathroom because it just needed it. And we put vinyl flooring. We put a new heating system, so it's central heat and AC now. And one thing I didn't mention upstairs is that now we got washer and dryers in the unit, which is great because everybody wants those in the unit. I think it's going to bring us a better tenant, and they might be able to afford to pay a little bit more if they have all the amenities in the unit. So that was the idea behind it, and these 2 units are all we did on the interior. We did renovate some stairs, painted it. We did all the exterior paint, new roofing, a new porch, fixed up some of the masonry work for the stairs, and just cleaned up the landscaping to make the house look presentable. But that stopped there. We got 3 units that we haven't touched yet because we inherited tenants, and basically we just didn't want to give those tenants notice to vacate because they have been here for a while. We did bump up their price a little bit to what we thought was reasonable and what they could afford, but we wanted those tenants to be in the building while we were renovating the units because that helped our mortgage payment. We got a hard money loan. That hard money lender had monthly payments, so we didn't want to come out of pocket with that amount of money. So having 3 tenants in place helped to cover that mortgage payment and some, and it gave us a little bit of breathing room to finish this rehab at a slower pace if we had to. So it worked out great. Now, as this tenant vacate down the road, if they move, then we're going to go in, update those kitchens and bathrooms, refinish hardwood floors, paint, bring the apartment up to a little bit higher standards, and get another tenant in at a higher market rate. So it's going to be even better at that point. All right, guys, it's a wrap here in Worcester. I showed you our rental property, our 5-unit building here. I hope you guys find this valuable, and I hope you invest in rental properties. It's been great for us, and I definitely recommend this to anybody that's invested in real estate investing, if they're fix and flip, wholesaling, whatever they're doing, to own some long-term assets because it's going to make a difference for them long-term, especially on the cash flow side of the business. If you guys want to see our analysis spreadsheet, we have an Excel spreadsheet that we use for our rental properties. If you are interested in something like that, shoot me a quick email, ennis@whiteacreproperties.com, and I will be happy to send that to you. But share, comment, subscribe. I check all of that. Hope to stay in touch with you guys. Catch you on the next one.